there's a couple of things that I'd like to say. One is, and I think it's important that this be said, we have great law enforcement in Orange County. We have tremendous, good law enforcement here. Professional police officers, professional people who do their job day in and day out. And this case was put together by police officers, by good professional police officers doing their job in a good workmanlike manner. They put this evidence together and they brought it to us. So this is not an indictment of the police department. It's not an indictment of the Fullerton Police Department or the police in general. That's not what this is about. Good police officers don't act in the manner that's depicted in this case. And so this is about a defendant, Manuel Ramos. He's acting as a police officer, but he abuses his authority. It's a defendant who abuses authority and treated Kelly Thomas unconscionably to the point where he just continued to act in disregard of the life of Kelly Thomas. So that's what that's about. And it's about another police officer who needed to win at all costs. He needed to get those controls on, he needed to control that person no matter what he subjected that person to. He unnecessarily increased the level of force to the point of using lethal force, to the point of using deadly force by pounding the face of Kelly Thomas with a taser turned into an impact weapon. And that played a substantial part in the death of Kelly Thomas. So ladies and gentlemen, please weigh and consider all the evidence carefully. When you do that, when you look at a part of the evidence, please consider the whole body of evidence and how that part relates to all of the evidence in weighing and considering it, because otherwise you can get trapped into faulty thinking. But as you weigh and consider the evidence, there won't be any reasonable doubt. There won't be reasonable doubt. There won't be any doubt what happened here. You can see what happened. Very clear. Defendant Ramos is guilty of murder, second-degree murder, and defendant Cicinelli is guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Thank you again for your time and your attention.
You will be permitted to separate at the noon and evening recesses. The courtroom will be locked while you are gone. During the period of recess, you must not discuss with anyone any aspect of this case. You must not deliberate unless and until all 12 jurors are present in the jury room. During deliberations, the use of any communication device will not be allowed. Please leave your cell phones with the bailiff before you enter the jury room. You will be contacted immediately if any emergency notification is received while you are deliberating. For the alternate jurors, the jury will soon begin deliberating, but you are still alternate jurors and are bound by my earlier instructions about your conduct. Do not talk about the case or any of the people or any subject involved in it with anyone, not even your family or friends, and not even with each other. Do not have contact with the deliberating jurors. Do not decide how you would vote if you were deliberating. Do not form or express an opinion about the issues in this case unless you are substituted for one of the deliberating jurors. Ordinarily, alternates are to be kept under the lock and key of the bailiff while deliberations are going on, but the parties have agreed that you don't need to follow that procedure in this case. You have basically two choices if you wish to be placed on call, which means that you would be available by telephone during court hours, and if contacted, come down and begin deliberations, or you may remain here in the courthouse. I'm going to ask each one of you your preference. Mr. 13. You're going to be at the courthouse. If you change your mind, let us know the place you want to call. 14. 15. 16. Okay. We all have your cell phone numbers. Is that right? Okay. Thank you. We'll certainly let you know when if we need your services, and I assume you would like to know when a verdict is reached. So either if you wish, we'll let you know that as well. Madam Clerk, would you please swear the bailiff?
You solemnly state that you will keep the jury together for deliberation in some private and convenient place, and during their deliberation not to permit any person to speak or communicate with them, including any form of electronic or wireless communication, nor to do so yourself unless by order of the court, or to ask them whether
We need to set up some electronic equipment for your deliberations, so go ahead and give me our normal morning recess. That'll be 20 minutes from the admissions. We'll see you back.
I'll come down and talk to the alternates. Hang down there. I'll be down in a couple minutes.
Yes. As long as we get you by phone. And as far as the equipment, did you take that out today?
Yes.
And somebody's going to set up a jury.
Right.
And all this up on that. Okay. Sure, clerk has your cell phone number so that we can get in touch with you if there's a question. There is one little matter I don't know that's very significant. Exhibit 501, apparently that was marked December 5th, creation date on the front, so it was created.
If you played it from the computer, you could be able to.
Everybody's concerned about, I'll do something. Otherwise, we'll just leave it at the
Read that.
You get close and then we identify what is.
We'll let you know what the request is, and the reporter's heading back from the.
Sure. All right.
Oh, you're gonna hook that all up in the jury? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, get started, do what you guys need to do. Thank you. We'll see you again.